Phil, congratulations on the win.
Thank
Great
you.
performance. Talk to me about how you're feeling coming out of that one.
Uh, Very exhausted. It's weird. He sets an interesting tempo. He has lots of movement, lots of feints. Everything power. Nothing. Just like keep. My boxing coach would always say, you gotta throw some punches just to keep him honest. Nothing keeps you honest. He's all power, all business.
And it seemed like that. He wouldn't move much, he wouldn't throw much, and then all of a sudden he'd come with these haymakers.
Mm.
Did any of those hit you at any point?
Yeah,
Did they connect?
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Luckily, I'm a little bit awkward, so I usually get hit with glancing blows. So he got me a couple times off the top of the head and off the forehead, kind of skipped across. But and they still hurt, even though they're glancing. Like, God dog, what does it feel like to get hit solid? Glad I'll never know.
Well, you seemed to take them pretty well, and you scored that takedown in the second round. I know there's a big story coming into it, the wrestling battle that people thought you were going to have. How much of a confidence boost was that when you got him down at the midway through the second?
Um, you know, Coming out for the second round, I saw he was super sweaty. I was like, man, I might have missed my window. I might have missed my window. That was one of my takeaways from the Nemkov fight. Was I went to wrestling too late in the fight, and we were both way too sweaty. But so I saw that, and I was like, all right, it's going to have to be the perfect shot. You have to make sure you really penetrate and get in deep on a guy like that. He has hips for days. He is, very athletic, turns his hips, and he'll get out of any bad shot. So really had to make sure I got it good.
When you go to the judges' scorecards, and I mean, I think everybody in that building, media, fans, online, thought you clearly won that fight, and then you start to hear that it's a split. I mean, did you get nervous at all there for a second?
Usually, that's about the time where I start worrying. When they say, you know, when they announce it, the first judge, are like, oh no, not one of these. But I felt pretty confident. I had done more work over the body of the fight.
Phil over here. So
Mhm.
from an outsider's perspective, I started to realize that he got tired right when you started the wrestling. He seemed to drain out a lot faster from there.
Yeah.
Inside the cage, did you also notice that he was starting to tire out when you started wrestling more?
Well, not necessarily. Normally, when people get tired, they aren't as strong, and that his strength never really faded. His activity may have a little bit, but his strength was very. I mean, God, he's strong. He's a freak.
And throughout the fight, when it started, the fans seemed to be more on his side, but by the end, they were all cheering for you and chanting your name. How does it feel to turn the crowd like that after a performance?
Oh man, it's been a while since I had one of those. Not since competing down in Brazil 3 times, or being a wrestler and wrestling at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Not too often do I hear, everybody cheering for the other guy. So it was good. It was good to be the bad guy for a while.
All right, we'll take a couple more here. Giancarlo.
Hi, Phil. Congrats on the win there tonight. We talked last week about home field advantage type of thing and the change of scenery going into a fight. What was it like fighting at the SAP Center again?
Well, part of the home field advantage is that the fans would be cheering for me. He had home field advantage. We were still in San Jose, city I've been to many times. I have my spots that I love to go to grab food, or just the places in the neighborhood that I love to get food from. So I had all the tools at my disposal, which is usually a big hindrance in having that home field advantage. So I had all the necessary ingredients to have that home field advantage, and he traveled well, as we would say in wrestling. He brought a lot of fans.
Kobe.
Hey, Phil, great game plan, technically sound, phenomenal fight, just fantastic to watch. You fought everyone who's anyone in the light heavyweight division, and this is Yoel Romero kind of moving up to that class.
Mm-hmm.
How did he feel in comparison to other light heavyweights?
Strength wise, no different, if not stronger. More than some of the other guys, I felt like he didn't cover as much distance as often as I thought he would. Other than that, I think he's a very solid light heavyweight. And that's kind of what I expected. He's a freak athlete, and I expected, especially with a longer layoff in between fights, that he would fill the gap between 185 and 205 pretty quickly.
Now, given your position, your body of work, obviously you're waiting for the end of the tournament to happen. You're probably due another title shot very soon. But I want to ask you, who do you think they should match up Yoel Romero with?
Man,
Who would be a good opponent for him?
I always think that a southpaw matchup almost always ends in a knockout. They clash. I think him versus the Dragon will be an exciting matchup. Let's see. That's just off the top. I think anybody you put him in there with is going to be pretty good.
Last one, Jay.
Hey, Phil, congratulations on the win tonight. I got two quick ones, actually. First of all, you all seem to express some surprise that the main event was only 3 rounds after the fight. Did you catch wind of anything he was saying about that?
That it was only 3 rounds?
Yeah, he was thinking it was going to be another 2, and it was a 5-round main.
Oh, I mean, like some organizations do. I mean, I don't think that was ever communicated to me. I thought it was always 3 rounds, but I could see how, if that's what you're used to, you can think that, especially in the heat of the moment, you're like, it's over 3 rounds. No, he's a very humble guy, and he had good words to say after fight.
And I know it was mentioned that you might have to wait till after the Grand Prix, but we know Rumble's out. We know Julius Angelicus is getting the title shot now. If anything were to happen, any of the other competitors were to fall out, and I think I just broke some news to you, would you be willing to step back in?
I knew that. No, you didn't tell me nothing. I knew that.
Would you be willing to step back in, though, if anything did happen?
Is that what they want? They want me to step back in? Done.
I'm not saying. I'm
October
saying
16th, I'll be there. Done.
All
No,
right.
I'm just kidding. I can't make that.
All right. Thanks a lot for the time.